Delhi to NIFTEM. We were in Delhi. Let's come back to where we started from. Bengaluru. For the first time in my life, I was traveling through an aeroplane. Yup, me and Mr. Abrar. Even Mr. Abrar was flying for the first time. We were figuring out everything at the airport. Everything covers boarding pass, bag tags, boarding point, literally everything. Most importantly, we got this at the airport. This Italy has its own story and it has its own time to be told. On the flight, I was expecting a roller coaster ride, but it was more like a giant wheel at Wonderla. It was smooth though, that's what she said. Delhi, we reached at the airport. Make a note, this will really help you. The taxi drivers charge a lot, especially if you are a tourist. Mr. Abrar had a route map ready on how to tour the Delhi. From airport, we were off to metro. The metro station is at a walkable distance. But, taxi drivers had almost convinced us and we were about to sit in the cab. Long story short, they landed up fighting with each other so that they could get the ride. We stayed Tumba Peace and we took metro. From airport, we reached near Jama Masjid. It costed us around 80 rupees. The taxi guy was asking for around 400 rupees. From there, we took an auto to Pahatganj, checked into a room and we were out. Starving for food, we had our lunch at around 4 o'clock near Jama Masjid. By the way, the auto guy who dropped us informed us that Red Fort will be closed at around 6, which actually is not at all true. Another tip which I can give you is to get Red Fort tickets online. Yup, people, you can get those online instead of waiting in those long queues. Everything was going well until this happened. My DSLR had a jet lag. I couldn't take pictures. There was some black mark on the lens. I literally got the camera so that we could take pictures and this had to happen at the right time. Thank God I could take videos. You may have failed in your high school exams and you may have felt the deep disappointment when you fail for the first time. That is how I was feeling. And that feeling goes away when you go home. And the same happened to me as we moved forward to watch Red Fort. This place was so big, filled with good architecture all over the place. We were actually wondering on how one could build such great structures without any modern equipment. Mr. Abrar and I, we have a bit of base knowledge in terms of design. And we were flipping out on watching all of these things. And we were also flipping out because we were walking a lot. I mean a lot. A lot of advice on the way, and additional advice would be to get water bottle when you go in the Red Fort. Because we didn't find any water bottle being sold at the Red Fort. After Red Fort, we went to Jama Masjid. I suppose we entered from the gate number 2. One can't wear shoes in Jama Masjid, so we had to hold it. It's such a dope place. We truly felt that how could one create such good monuments without all the modern construction methods. Bhai and Behans, it was beautiful. There was a prayer place, so we actually couldn't take our shoes out there, so we placed our shoes to a side and we went in, just for a while. When I came back, I saw that my shoes weren't there. I couldn't find my shoes. My shoes were stolen. I felt as if I had a breakup. because those shoes were with me from the first day of my undergraduate. Brain stopped working. First my camera, now this. What's happening in Delhi? I placed my hands on my head and I was just wondering. Mr. Abrar was trying to deviate my thoughts as I was at a blank state. We took 3 to 4 rounds of Jama Masjid in search of my shoes, but there was no sign of it. That feeling was really bad. It was almost time for the Jama Masjid to close and we had to leave. This would be a pleasant memory as I was walking through the streets of Chandni Chowk barefoot. Then Mr. Abrar got me slippers and we took off from the place to our stay. Until we reached our place, I was trying to get my brains to a stand. On a normal state. Mr. Abrar was constantly trying to deviate my attention. It was funny though because the topics were so irrelevant. We reached our stay, took some rest, and we left to Cannot Place. At 9:30, we were at Cannot Place. Same formula, took a rickshaw, reached the place. And we were in search of new shoes. Most of the shops were about to close, shops which are fancy. Where you get real branded shoes. Those were about to close. We were walking and walking, or shall I say,
just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Finally got a fake shoe which worked for the rest of my trip. Though we reached late, Cannot was a rich experience for us. I saw this place for the first time in 3 Idiots, where Rancho was giving some life advice to Priya. And I have some life advice. If you are walking for the whole day, make sure to feed yourself. We found a place, a dhaba. We had our dinner. I don't remember the name, but it was super good food. Stuffed a lot of maida that day. We came back to Pahatganj. We had to check out at 5:30 as we had to leave to NIFTEM.